We've been told the same old story time and time again. The limits and the doubts, the what ifs and whens. But now we see through the layers, we're peeling them away, digging down to the truth where the possibilities live. We've carried the weight, we've held back the tears, but now we're ready to face all our fears. No more I can't, we're asking how could I. We're reaching for the stars, aiming for the sky. With every layer we peel, we're getting to the core, finding the strength, discovering more. We're flipping the script, rewriting the theme, setting our sights on the impossible dream. We're unpeeling the onion, shedding the doubt. With every layer gone, we're turning it out. We see the opportunities, they're all around. With confidence growing, our feet on the ground. We're changing the story, we're flipping the page, unlocking the door, stepping out of the cage. Our energy's rising, our spirits are free. We're unpeeling the onion, discovering the real me. Let's dream big, it's our time. Feel the light, watch us climb. Hold my hand, side by side. Rise together, reach the sky. Dare to dream, let it be. Open heart, fly with me. Eyes wide open, stars above. Trust in us, believe in love. Take the leap, dreams await. Seize the moment, change our fate. No more fear, we break free. Boundless hope, endless sea. Hold my hand, side by side. Rise together, reach the sky. Dare to dream, let it be. Open heart, fly with me. Eyes wide open, stars above. Trust in us, believe in love. Take the leap, dreams away. Seize the moment, change our fate. No more fear, we break free. Boundless hope, endless sea. rise. Every day we're closer, every step we take. We're all moving forward, no matter what's at stake. It's our time, the world's in sight. We're on our way, shining bright, with hearts on fire and eyes that bleed. It's our time to live the dream. We faced the storms, we've weathered the nights, but now the dawn is breaking, bringing us light. The journey's been long, but we've held on tight. We're moving forward, no matter what's at stake. It's our time, the world's in sight. We're on our way, shining bright, with hearts on fire and eyes that gleam. It's our time to live the dream. We've faced the storms, we've weathered the night, but now the dawn is breaking, bringing us light. The journey's been long, but we've held on tight, and now we're soaring, reaching new heights. The struggles and the pain, they've made us strong. We're ready to claim what we wanted all along. No more waiting, no more delay. We're chasing our dreams, come what may. The stars are aligning, the path is clear. We're on our way, our time is here. It's our time, we're on the rise, reaching for our dreams, no compromise. Every day we're closer, every step we take. We're all moving forward, no matter what's at stake. It's our time, the world's inside. We're on our way, shining bright, with hearts on fire and eyes that gleam. It's our time to live the dream. We've come so far, we've seen so much, but the best is yet to be. We're feeling the rush, future's unfolding, it's ours to create. We're writing the story, we're sealing our fate. Every breath, with every beat. We come from a line of stories written long before our time, but we're here to change the pages, rewrite every single line. We're breaking the chains of history, standing tall and proud. No longer bound by shadows, we're rising from the crowd. The stories they told us, that kept us small, we're tearing them down, we're breaking the wall. We found our voice, we found our flame. No more hiding, we're playing the game. We are the game changers, rewriting the past. We're claiming our power, our dreams hold fast. No regrets, no fear, we stand up tall. We're brave, we're strong, we'll conquer it all. With a heart centered behind the true world changer, shifting the power to new. Our dream lives are waiting, they're ours to take. We are the game changers, and we're wide awake. We've learned from those before us, but we're forging our own way. With love as our compass, we'll lead the world to a brighter day. We stand for the kindness that the world so needs. We're planting the future with love as the seeds. The voices of doubt, they don't own our mind. We're crafting our future, leaving limits behind. With courage in hand, we step into the light. We're changing the world, we're ready to fight. We are the game changers, rewriting the past. We're claiming our power, our dreams hold fast.
There I am. Hi, everybody. Welcome along to this AI Supersheet session on Monday, the 10th of August at 7 p.m. Thank you so much. If you're joining me live, please say hello in the comments so I know that you're here. I'm appearing in two places. I'm appearing on YouTube and in the Facebook group, so you can watch in either. It doesn't really matter where you watch, and I should be able to see the comments no matter where you put them. So let me just get them up here to make sure that I don't miss anything. I'm looking down at my phone for the Facebook comments, and I'm looking over here for the YouTube comments. So to make sure that as many people as possible see this, because Facebook and YouTube are all about the algorithm, it would be brilliant if you could just say hello, maybe give me some hearts, some thumbs up, just to let everybody know that I have actually gone live. Hello, Super Lady Hawk from the Isle of Skye. Everybody's very envious of us up here in Scotland. I'm in Edinburgh. When I see heatwave, was it heatwave 5 or heatwave 6 is just about to hit down south again? Like, oh, it's been glorious, and I've just been down there for a very short time, but I completely get it. It must be, if you've not got air conditioning, which who has, it must be like a lot. Hello, Dean Matthews. Yeah, long time no see. Oh, how lovely. Oh, I hope you're doing brilliantly. What's been going on with you travel wise? So yes, so please say hello in the comments. Tonight I am aiming to finish this. I'm going to finish the majority of the content within an hour. So I'm going to try and have all the kind of key things delivered by 8 o'clock, but I also have time to stay on for questions. So if there's anything that you want to ask me, I can hang about a little bit after I finish the content. You're in Sussex and it feels gross. Yeah, do you know? Hi, Louise. Yeah, it's so difficult, isn't it? Because in Edinburgh, it's 17 degrees right now, but I mean, I'm here in a hoodie. Like, it's not, although it's 17 degrees, it doesn't feel like that. It doesn't feel particularly warm. We've had a lot of rain. Anyway, I'll stop talking about the weather. Thank you for coming along. So if you don't know me already, my name is Julie Begbie. I am going to be taking you through how to teach AI to really understand you and your business this evening, and then also how to use it for one simple task, which in this case is marketing. So for those of you that registered for this free training over the last couple of weeks, I was asking you to reply and let me know if you'd prefer to do an admin task or a marketing task, and marketing won, but there were definitely people that came back and said, oh, I'd be really interested in admin. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a marketing task, but then when we get to the Q&A, if there's anything specifically you want to ask me about using AI to help kind of the more admin side of your business, then please feel free to use the questions for that. And I will promise you, I will share any tips that I've got, and I will point you in the direction of anything that would be able to help you there. Hello, Tanya. Oh, you're Tanya, moving about. Oh gosh, you've left work day. Oh wow. Wow. And Wolverhampton, Andrea. Andrea, is Wolverhampton like the sweet spot where it's not too hot and not too cold? Like, I don't know where the heat wave really starts. I don't know if mid-England is like, I don't know. Let me know. Yeah, but I imagine Suffolk is like, whew. I was down in Marlow on Saturday via kind of Stansted, and it was like, wow, hugely different from Scotland. But then we all needed our coats again when we came back up to Scotland, didn't we? Hot, Andrea. Yeah, I get it. Okay, let's me get on with it. Tonight we're going to look at how to train AI to think like you. My name is Julie Begbie. I base every training that I do on happiness. My story is that I grew up in Northern Ireland. This is the very potted version. Grew up in Northern Ireland in the time of the Troubles. Hold on. How legit was there a part one to this call? No, there isn't a part one. No, you're good. It's all happening tonight. Sometimes I do split this out, but for this session for this month, I'm doing it all tonight, so you're all good. You've missed nothing. So I grew up in Northern Ireland in the times of the Troubles, and I was born into a family where my mum suffered from severe clinical depression at the time, and there was a real stigma around that. So I had a bit of childhood trauma, like everybody does. I mean, that's just my example. I'm not telling you I'm any better. It's not trauma trumps here, but hopefully it'll explain why I'm going to be referring to happiness as we go through this. I remember kind of mid-teens thinking, gosh, I've got probably the genes to be depressed, like in me, and I've grown up in a war. So I wonder, like, if you were to do a bit of a poll on how happy I'm likely to be in the future, I suspect I've got some kind of external factors going against me. So I decided from that point to make pursuit of happiness like critical in my life. So everything that I do, I keep going, well, how could that make me happier? How could that make you happier? How can we look at how our businesses could be happier? How can we free up time to do the things that make us happy in our businesses? So for tonight, you will hear me referring back to happiness, but it's really because I genuinely believe that if we consciously thought about, right, see those parts of our business that we don't love, let's use AI for that, and let's not use AI for the bits that we love, we're all going to end up happier, right? So I call that the happiness hack. The other thing that I want that is the foundation, and I am going to talk about AI. Somebody said to me on the last one, someone said to me, we're 3 minutes in and she hasn't talked about AI yet. So I promise I am going to talk about AI, but I'm a bit of a storyteller as well. If you want a very, very clinical AI training session delivered by a software engineer who's just going to tell you facts, I'm not for you. Like, it's just end of story. Anyway, no one's done that this time. It's just it happened last time, and I had to go. Like, there's a market for all of this, but I'm here to make it a bit interesting for you, right? I hope. So, foundation is why not you, right? So what I'm going to show you tonight is going to get you a step closer to your dream business and your dream life, right? There's lots of little parts of the jigsaw, but what I'm going to show you tonight is going to get you one step closer. And we're probably all on this never-ending learning journey where we're looking for what are the answers, what are the answers, what are the answers to create this dream life and business. I want you to make sure that you're dreaming big enough. I want you to make sure that you're asking yourself, why not me? Right? Whatever the dream is, do you know the dream beyond the dream? So if you're going, oh, I'd quite like to make an extra couple of £100 a month. If I work with you one-to-one and you speak to me with that tone, I know that's not going to be enough to motivate you to do the things you need to do to have the big success. So I'd far rather you went, I'd like to go straight up to £10,000 months or £20,000 months or making $1 million or buying my dream home or whatever it is. I'd rather you set yourself a goal that absolutely lights you up, and we'll set milestones along the way to it. But I want you to be really clear on, if anybody can do it, anyone can do it. So why not you? Like, keep that in your mind as we go through this. So what to expect here? I am not a software engineer. I am not going to give you any techie overwhelm. What I am here to do is go, this is how I use AI in my business. Instead of trying to teach you how to code and create agents and all the terms that you've maybe heard, I suspect you probably don't want to do that. I suspect you want to get on with whatever your business is, but still be using AI to make it speedier, to make yourself happier, to be more efficient, etc. And what I've done is I've created really shortcut ways that I'm going to share with you that you can do that. And this is not a lecture. It's going to be like, this is how I do it. You might ask me questions that I have no idea what the answer is to. I've been in learning development for 30 years. I definitely don't know everything. But what I do know is enough, I think, to get you started. And if you're like, so just to clarify, if you're new here and you're a software developer and you already know all about agentic AI, this is going to be too basic for you. If you've never touched AI before, we're going to start from there. If you've played about with AI like most people, we're going to build on your knowledge. So that's who I'm aiming at tonight. And my Dare to Dream goal, so we're like, the goal that really motivates me is to support 10,000 small business owners with AI this year. So thank you for coming along. If you learn anything tonight, in fact, yeah, that brings me on nicely too. I would love you to, if we're not already, friend me on Facebook. So let me just show you who I am. So the joy of having a name like Julie Begbie is that there is only one Julie Begbie on Facebook, as far as I know, and this one has joined in the last 10 minutes. This is me. This is my Facebook page. So it's just facebook.com/Julie Begbie. Open that up in a new tab if you're on your laptop. And I want you to go to this post. So this post that I've just done, I'm just going to pin it actually so it doesn't jump about while I'm on live. Oh, it literally did just jump about. Where's it gone now? Probably just hidden it. Oh no, there we go. Yeah, there it is. So this post, which is me in this same sweatshirt as you see me wearing right now, that just says, if you're joining me for the masterclass, I'd love to know your light bulb moments, right? What I'd love you to do over the next hour is every time I say something that makes you go, oh, that was useful, jump over to this post and just put them below this picture. And what I'm going to do is, before I finish up tonight, I am going to pull all of those comments and I'm going to give one of you a prize. So it doesn't matter what you say. I mean, please don't be horrible. But it doesn't matter what your light bulb moment is. But I just want to get a real sense of what's landing with you, because it really helps me then when I'm delivering this training again to see the things that people actually really went, oh gosh, that's a really important thing to keep in, right? So facebook.com/Julie Begbie. If we're not already friends, please friend request me. But you don't even need to friend request me because my profile is public. If you don't like being friends with anybody on Facebook that you don't know in real life, that's also cool. Okay. So I'll come back to that at the end. Right. So who am I? So my name's Julie. I love Scump and Dude, which is a clothing brand that I am draped in. I've already told you I grew up in Belfast, but I live in Edinburgh now, so I have this kind of eclectic accent. I absolutely love a cruise. I'm always on the countdown to the next cruise that I'm going on, and you catch me at a point where my next cruise is actually next week. So it's very, very exciting. I love Walt Disney World. I set up my first business to take my kids to Walt Disney World. We ended up going back 11 years in a row because I loved it so much. And that was the big Dare to Dream goal that motivated me in my business. That's where I got that concept from. I'm all about happiness. I'm not a coder, but I have spent 30 years in L&D, so I do know how to make things interesting, and I hope you're going to agree. So light bulb moment, facebook.com/Julie Begbie. As we go through this, anything that you find that's useful, just go and comment on that post, and at the end, I am going to draw a winner. I'm going to send you a prize in the post. Okay, let's get on to AI. Why does AI often feel disappointing? So if you've played about with AI at all, AI is such a divisive subject right now that I've only really been leaning into AI over the last 3 years, because really AI has only been accessible to the normal humans over the last 3 years. I find it a very interesting journey. When I tell people what I do, people either tend to be skeptical, be curious, or sometimes be just really angry about AI. And I get it. Like, I do get it, because we're in this period of massive societal change, and it is changing things around us, and change is uncomfortable. Like, I get it. I completely get it. However, it's here to stay, right? And what we need to do is work out how we can use it in a way that works for us. And people are still exploring this. So if you've never used AI before, if you've just kind of dabbled with it, you're not behind, right? By even coming to this masterclass tonight, I would say, probably couldn't say we're early adopters now, but we're certainly still in the middle bit. We're not at the tail end of this. And because AI is changing all the time, just getting to grips with what it is like today and understanding how you can use that in an easy way in your business will give you a good footing for whatever happens tomorrow. And we don't even know, none of us know what that's going to be. So if you have used AI and you've gone, so today, and very interesting thing has happened, it either happened today or yesterday, LinkedIn has created a, so if you click on a post in LinkedIn, you know, if you click on a post in social media and it says report spam, and like there's a few different options, right? It says flag as AI slop. So there are so many people that are using AI badly just because no one's shown them how to do it, that LinkedIn has decided, and it probably won't be the only one, I suspect all the other social medias will follow, because people are going, I don't like being on the social media content or platform anymore, because all it is AI slop. And AI slop is, you know, it'll probably be the word of the year, or, you know, the phrase of the year when they do the dictionary thing at the end of the year. But it's just content that has been created by AI without knowing anything about your business, like without knowing. So we just go to AI and we go, write me a post about something, and we just copy and paste it. Like, that's rotten. And that is AI slop. And what I'm anti AI slop. I'm going to show you how you can use AI, but not sloppy, not in a sloppy way. And that's what we're going to cover tonight. So let me just cover two elephants in the rooms. The first thing is the environment. So people ask me very, very regularly about the impact of AI on the environment. And you're right to be mindful of using AI and its impact on the environment, just like everything, right? But I want to put it in context for you. 10 AI prompts, so 10 kind of back and forward conversations with AI. I doubt we'll do a bit more than 10 tonight, simply because we'll be setting up something. But in a normal, once we set this thing up, you probably won't use 10 prompts in a day. Depends. But if you do, it is the equivalent to watching Netflix for an hour, boiling a kettle, or driving 0.4 of a kilometer in a car. So it absolutely does have an impact. But the papers, the media, some of the media would have you believe that if you're using AI, you're killing the world, right? If you live off grid and you would never go in an airplane and you grow your own tomatoes and whatever, AI probably isn't for you. But if you're sitting on your iPad watching Netflix, drinking a cup of tea, it's just something that you mindfully have to think about, right? So I'm absolutely not saying it doesn't have an impact on the environment, and we should be mindful. But the media tends to just make they make it sound like the devil, and it's not as bad as the media would have it portrayed, right? So that's the first thing that I want to talk to you about. And in fact, I haven't put this. The second thing I want to talk to you about is confidentiality and privacy. Before you do anything in AI, I want you to think about what would happen if that information was leaked out to the public, because it could be. Now, there are ways to set up any AI platform so it doesn't train the wider model, so therefore it keeps your information like within your AI account. However, it can be hacked, right? So I can't tell you that if you put in like your bank details to AI, but you have the little confidential toggled on, that will never go out into the wider internet. So I just want you, that is what I do want you to be very mindful of. Whatever you put into AI, make sure you would be comfortable. And here's my, this, I know this is a bit rando, but the way I think about it is, if you're on a train, I've been on loads of trains recently. If you've been on a train, you'll know, especially if you're with friends, you won't have noticed, right? But if you're on your own on a train and you're listening to the conversations around you, you know that John and Dave over there both work for Brown's the butchers, and John's boss is being very difficult, and James is going to take him for constructive dismissal, blah, 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 because they're having these conversations like right in front of you on the train that should be confidential, right? And I often think, oh my God, like, I can't believe, like, how do they know I don't know their boss or whatever? Anyway, the point is, you shouldn't be having those conversations on the train. You shouldn't be giving that information to AI. But in terms of confidentiality, like tomorrow I'm working with an HR director, right? Obviously, if an HR director is using AI, they shouldn't be uploading confidential employee data. But what you can still do is you can anonymize data. So you can still use AI. It doesn't mean that you can't use it, but I just want you to be careful of the names, the dates of birth, certainly no credit card numbers, anything that you would absolutely not want anybody to know, don't put into AI. Let's put that caveat at the beginning. Okay, so what is an AI Supersheet? The first thing we're going to do tonight is we're going to create an AI Supersheet. If you have ever taken any of my trainings before, you might have already done this. It isn't the full part of the training, so bear with me, there's going to be another bit after it. But for anybody that's starting from scratch, this is always the foundation. If you have done this before, I want you to watch carefully, because there's a slight nuance. I've slightly changed what we do with the AI Supersheet. So listen in. If you're multitasking, I want you to listen in when we get to the bit where I tell you what to do with the AI Supersheet, because it has changed. But what is an AI Supersheet? An AI Supersheet is basically a document that captures everything that AI should know about your business to be dead useful and to not produce AI slop, right? So if you could, so imagine that AI, whatever AI that you decide to use, and tonight we're going to be using ChatGPT just because it's very simple to share links for ChatGPT. But if you prefer Claude, or you prefer Gemini or Perplexity or any of the others, you can use any of them, but just use the free version of ChatGPT, or paid if you've got it. Tonight, to create your AI Supersheet, you can then take it and use it in any type of AI. So don't worry that I'm talking about ChatGPT. It's just I don't want to overwhelm people by talking about them all. So imagine ChatGPT has turned up as your newest employee, but it knows nothing about you. Okay. What are we going to do? We're going to teach it. So we're going to teach it to sound like you. We're going to teach it about your audience. We're going to teach it what your audience need to hear to want to buy the thing that you're selling them, whether it's a product or a service. We're going to teach it all about your business details and what you can sell. And we're going to make sure that it completely knows how to act like you. So we're going to throw your personality. We're going to basically create a brain clone of you, and we're going to put it into AI. However, the answer is always AI plus human. So although we're going to create a clone of our brain, it's just going to give you a far better AI first draft. What we're never going to do is just take exactly what it produces and just copy and paste it somewhere. We're always going to check it, and we're always going to humanize it. Okay. So without content, AI slop. With your AI Supersheet, real warm content that sounds like you. AI is like me, but better. Like, see if you're a copywriter, say if you're a brilliant copywriter, do not use AI to write your copy, right? You'll always be better than AI, like, because you're not a robot. I am not a brilliant copywriter. So therefore, AI does a better job than me. But I am a decent presenter, right? I'm a decent trainer. If I were to create an AI clone and I was here presenting to you in a bit of a robotic way, you'd be away because it'd be boring. So I wouldn't use AI for that. But other people who absolutely die when they go on camera might be better using an AI clone. So what we're going to do for each individual business, we're going to think about, right, where are my strengths and talents? And then where are the things that I'm not as good at? And we're going to use AI for those things, right? So 3 core sections we're going to be playing with today. We're going to create your business snapshot. We're going to create your brand voice, and we're going to create your ideal client persona. Oh, hi, Arvind. Lovely to see you. Nature to the rescue. Yes, you will get a, the replay will be available until Sunday. So yes, you will. Sorry, let me just see if there's any questions. At any point, would you get the paid version of chat, Jacqueline? Great question. So yes, if you're impatient, right? So you don't need it for everything that you're doing. I'm going to show you tonight. You do not need the paid version. However, when you're using the free version, you only have so many tokens that you can use up. And it just means there's only so many words that you can put into it and that it can give you back before it goes, right, you need to take a wee break now, like take a break for 5 hours and then you can use it again. If you're perfectly happy to do that, you can just keep the free version. I'm a bit impatient, but I pay the like £20 a month version. I'm not on the £100 a month or anything like that. There are very expensive ones. And if you did want to pay it, it's no tie-in, so say you wanted to really get stuck into what we cover here tonight, you could upgrade to the £20 a month version, pay £20 and then just cancel it again. So just do £20 for a month and then not use it for a couple of months, and then you could upgrade again if you wanted to. So it's not, even if you upgrade, you're not kind of committing to the whole year or anything, if that's if that makes sense. Okay, keep asking your questions and I'll keep checking. Right, I am going to show you how to create your AI Supersheet now. So for those of you that have an AI Supersheet, this might be slightly different, depends on how long ago you have done it. If you haven't, I'm going to show you how to do this kind of from the start. But if you have done it, again, listening ears right at the end, because I want to tell you what we're doing with our AI Supersheet, which is different. You will never have heard me telling you this before. Okay, no matter, even if you're in my Happy AI Club, because I haven't even shared it in there yet. Okay, so I am going to share my screen. First thing I need you to do is I need you to open a ChatGPT account. So I'm going to show you how to do that. So if you've got, if you're already relatively techie, bear with me because I want to make sure that I leave nobody behind here. Ohana, if you know Disney. So chatgpt.com. That's all you need, chatgpt.com. That's what you would type into the URL at the top. You hit return. And because I've got an account, it's taking me straight into ChatGPT here. If you haven't got a ChatGPT account, it will ask you to sign up. All it will ask you for is your email address and a password. And that's it. That will get you into the free account. I'm going to show you this. I don't want you to do this along with me because I want you to think very carefully about the answers that you're going to give, and I'll explain that in a minute. So I want to show you how to do it so you understand the whole concept of it, And then I want you to go away and play with it. And that's why I've put you in a Facebook group, or I've invited you to the Facebook group. If you haven't already joined the Facebook group, or you haven't received the invite for any reason, just message me and I will, in fact, do you know what I'll do? I'll put the Facebook group link in here so you can join, because what it will allow you to do is between now and the replay coming down on Sunday, you can message me if you get stuck. So I've put it there. I think I'm not sure if I need to put it separately on Facebook. Let me just see. I'll put it in here as well. So I've put it on Facebook and I've put it on YouTube. Right. Let's go back to where we were. ChatGPT. Right. So to do this next part, you need to be signed into ChatGPT. So you need to have created a free account and you need to be signed in, right? Just like that. You don't need to have done anything other than sign it. Then, and listen carefully to this, and the only reason I'm saying that is every single time I do this training, somebody doesn't hear this bit, and I keep trying to say it in different ways. So it's on me to make sure I've communicated it to you properly, but I just don't want you to be distracted. So just listen very, very carefully just for this next minute. What I want you to do is go File, New Tab. So we're opening a brand new tab here. So we are signed into ChatGPT, but we've moved away from it. We've opened a brand new tab. And in this new tab, what I want you to type in is this, hpy.tips/ss. So once again, I'm going to copy that. I'm going to put that link in Facebook and YouTube for you, so you can just pick it up. The only challenge with, here we go. The only challenge with copying and pasting it from Facebook is that Facebook and YouTube don't really like you leaving their platforms. So sometimes it'll go, oh, are you sure this link is safe? And blah, blah. You're actually better just to type it in. That's why I've made it dead short. So HPY, which is an abbreviation of happy, tips, TIPS, I'm giving you some tips tonight, /SS, which stands for Supersheet. So hpy.tips/SS. So when you type that up in the URL up here and you hit return, are you watching what happens? So we're doing it in the URL, right? Let me show you where other people try to do it. People type it in here. So they sign into ChatGPT and then they type it in the box. No, that doesn't work, right? We go up here, it's a brand new tab. Type it up here, we hit return, and it's going to take you to this secret part of ChatGPT that you will have never seen before unless you've done my trainings in the past, because I have made it up. Tell me it's going to work. So sorry, it's just slow to load. Come on. Let me do it again. hpy.tips/ss. Why is it not? Oh, come on, ChatGPT, please don't go down. Right, hold on. Let me find. Just double checking my internet. I don't think it's my internet. Everything's just going so slow. So if it works for you, I want, oh, brilliant. Thanks, Arvin. Arvin, could you try typing in hpy.tips/ss in a different browser on your laptop and just let me know if it's working for you, because I'm trying to work out here if ChatGPT's down, if it's my Wi-Fi. Actually, I'll try it up here. Try it in a different browser. Here we go. Got it. So hpy.tips/ss takes you to this with a little bit of technical wizardry there. The reason why it's not working brilliantly for me is I've got all these tabs open and I'm streaming on two screens here. So when it opens for you, I promise you this does work. You click on this box, create my AI Supersheet. And what it's going to do, it's going to act like a really great business coach that wants to ask you all the questions that you may have thought about or you may not have thought about in your business. So it's going to ask you the questions that it needs to know. Oh, come on. Hold on. I'm wondering if, let me see if I do it in a different browser. It's going to be any quicker. Yes, right. I'm just going to, let me see. I'm just going to, I'm just going to share this to a different window. Sorry guys, the joy of tech. I'm going to remove that and I'm going to share my screen. Share screen, Chrome tab, right. Okay, yes, right, okay. Okay, create my AI Supersheet. So come on, yes, here we go. So it's going to ask you some questions like a really, really great business coach. So first things, and it's going to put the jigsaw pieces together, and it's going to help you to create a document that's going to teach AI all about your business. So I have prepared the answers to these questions earlier, so I'm just going to talk you through what they are. So the first one is, what is your name, your business name? How long have you been in business? And how does your business currently fit into your life? Here is an answer I prepared earlier, so you don't have to watch my one-fingered typing. I'm just going to paste it in, and then it's going to go to piece 2. So the second question is, what do you sell? So again, I'm just going to paste in my answer to that. That's what I sell. And I'm going to show you in a minute a quick way that you can do this. And this is why I don't want you to do it along with me, because I want you to give this a little bit of thought, right? Customer reality piece. What everyday frustrations, needs, stuck moments, or annoying problems does your ideal customer have before they buy from you? Customers always buy because they have some discomfort, right? So even if, like, not even if you are a dog walker, customers will buy from you because they have a dog that needs walked, but they want to make sure that it's walked with dogs of a similar breed, or they want to make sure that it's the person that only gives the organic food, or they want to make sure it's the person that only walks dogs one at a time, or whatever. So they'll have criteria that they're looking for in a dog walker, and what they want to feel at the other side is reassured that those criteria have been met, right? If you make hand stamped jewelry, I had a hand stamped jewelry business for 10 years. I just sold it last year, year before. When people are buying jewelry, they're like, okay, I need to buy a gift for my friend who's going through a bit of a tough time at the moment. What I want to do is I want to find something that's going to show her how much I care about her and give her some sort of motivational message. At the other side, I want to feel like the best gift giver ever. I want my friend to feel calm or relaxed or whatever. So we're always kind of selling that energy or emotion. So that's why I want you to give this some thought, right? So I'm just going to paste an answer in here, but I'm going to show you what you can do for the next piece. Right. So if things felt easier or better, what would your ideal customer hope for more of when they buy from you, book you, use your product, etc.? Right. Here's what you can do to make this easy to respond to. See that little dictation button there, that little microphone? Just click on the dictation button, just talk to it. If things felt easier for my clients, they would have less noise in their head. They'd have more clarity, more, oh, that's what I'm trying to say, like less AI slop. They'd feel calmer, they'd feel more consistent without marketing taking over their evenings, their weekends. They'd be spending more time doing the work they actually love instead of constantly trying to think of what to say next. They want to feel that marketing isn't like a separate add-on thing. They want it to feel natural. They want it to just capture the normal things of who they are and what they do. Okay, so can you see that you can just do a jumbled conversation, a jumbled dictation to it, and it immediately understands what you're saying? Why you and trust piece. So why you, your business product? So basically, why would someone buy from you? So if you're a dog walker, why is someone buying your dog walking service over anybody else's dog walking service, or your jewelry, or your candles, or your business coaching, whatever it is, right? Again, let's click on the dictation button, do this quickly. People buy from me because they like my happiness thing. They like the fact that I teach AI in a very human way. They like that I'm not techie. They like that I really am geared up to teach business owners who aren't super techie. Like they can be tech. I'm techie, but I'm just not super techie, right? They like the fact that I'm a big proponent for AI plus human. They don't want to feel out of control. They want to use AI in a way in their business is going to make their business feel easier and it makes them feel happier. They feel like I can be a sidekick on their business journey with them and they've been looking for that. Okay. That's piece 5. There's 2 more pieces. And just to speed this up, I won't talk for the next one. I'm just going to copy and paste in the answers. So the next one is your voice and boundaries. So how do you want your brand to sound and feel? And the key questions here is 3 brands are people whose tone that you love, right? So I love people like Mel Robbins, Oprah Winfrey, Denise Duffield Thomas. I like Lidl. I obviously like my favorite brand, Scamp and Dude. So we're just going to tell AI who we want to sound like, and we say a number of people because we don't want to go make me an exact clone of this person because that wouldn't be great, and it would be also kind of impinging their intellectual property. We just want to get it. We want AI to get an idea of the type of way we want to come across. And then the last one, the buying moment. People need a reason to buy now, right? So what usually makes somebody decide to buy from you now? Again, I want you to give some thought to that. And I am just going to hit return here. And once you've done that, once you've completed all 7 pieces, it's going to go, do you want me to turn this into your AI Supersheet now or add anything first? If you're thinking, oh, right, Julie said we have to teach AI all about our business and there's some key thing that it hasn't asked you. So say you're a social enterprise and you've already helped thousands of children like to, I don't know, get bikes to go to school or something else that's absolutely critical, a critical part of your business, and it hasn't come out in those questions, add it in. Like, don't go, oh, it didn't come up and therefore AI doesn't know it. We're going to add it in here. But if you feel that AI has got, I think in the way that I've asked the questions, AI should have got a pretty decent overview of your business now, then just say, create. And what it's going to do is going to create a document that summarizes your business. So this is going to be your brain clone that you're going to, what we're going to use in AI. So you see it's AI Supersheet. It'll just take a minute. So if I scroll down, it's still creating. You can see that it's still creating. Once it creates the whole thing, we're going to, that little copy icon there is going to go black and we're going to copy it. This is a super long document, but on purpose, because I want to make sure that it has like all of the information from your brain. The more information AI knows about you, the better it's going to be, right? So instead of waiting for this to finish in true Blue Peter, if you click that download there, whenever it finishes, we can, in fact, I'm just going to create a, I want you to type this in, and I'm going to put this in the comments again. So where are we? I want you to type, when it finishes, I want you to type this in. Create a line. So create a downloadable MD file. And the reason why I'm saying that, because that sounds, we're starting to make this a bit more complicated, right? But the reason that I'm telling you that is that when we have this, let me just put that same sentence for you to copy and paste for the Facebook people. What we're going to do is we're going to upload this into your AI of choice. Go back. There we go. So Can you see what it's done? It's created a download file that's got an extension on the end of it. So, you know, extensions in the end of files will tell you whether it's like doc is like a Word document, or you could have JPG, which would be like an image file. You don't need to worry about what MD means. It just means markdown, but it's the language that AI uses best. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to download this MD file to my computer, right? There we go. It's in my downloads now. And then I'm going to go into my ChatGPT account. So I'm going to open up the sidebar here. And I'm going to go to plugins on the side. So if you haven't used plugins before, you might need to click in more. It might be in the more button for you. But in this side panel here, you should see plugins. When the plugins screen appears, so what are plugins for a start? Plugins are ways that you can connect ChatGPT to other things. So you can see that you can connect it to your Gmail, you can connect it to your Output, to your SharePoint. These are things that I have it connected to. It means that you can then, straight from AI, you can ask it to update things in your email or in your calendar, but we're not going to get into that tonight because that's starting to get a little bit more complex, but that's what plugins are. When we're in the plugins page, can you see up the top here, it says skills. I want you to click on skills and it toggles across from plugins to skills. When you're in the skills page, tell me if you're following this. If anybody's got stuck, let me know and I'll go through it again. Let me show you and then I can go through it again if you need me to. We're going to press the plus and then we're going to click upload from your computer. And then we're going to find the download that we just created. And we're going to click to upload that. Now, I have already done this. Where is it? There's my AI Supersheet there. So I did it earlier, so I'm not going to upload it again because it'll override. But the reason why, so if you've seen any of my workshops before, and we've done this in a slightly different way, the reason why we're uploading this as a skill, and you can also upload this as a skill in Claude if you prefer Claude. The reason we're going to upload this as a skill is we will never need to upload it again. How good is that? Because before, the way we did it, and you can still do it like this, if the whole MD thing is just freaking you out because it's too techy, you can just download it as a PDF and you can upload it into a chat when you use AI. That's a more straightforward way to do it. But this way is just going to save you loads and loads of time. The skills are basically the brain of ChatGPT. And when we upload all our business information into the brain, then we can, every time we start a chat, it can access that. Right. Ask me any questions now before, because this, for the next part, I'm going to move across to how we can use this business brain now for marketing, easily create marketing. But I want to make sure that you've got to grips with creating the AI Supersheet. If you've got any questions, please ask me. Let me just check. So I don't think there have been any questions as we go. Let me just check, make sure I'm not missing anything on YouTube. No, I don't see any questions. So I'm going to assume you can see plugins, but skills. Yeah. Okay. Oh, right. RV. Right. Brilliant. So if you go plugins and then you go to skills, yeah. So there's loads of options, right? There are loads and loads of different skills that you can upload. All you're going to do, RV, is you're going to go here to this plus button. Can you see that in the corner of your screen? And when you press plus, we're just going to scroll down to upload from your computer. And we're going to upload it into, we're going to upload the MD file that we create as a skill. There's, I mean, you should play about with this though, because there are lots of other skills in here. Like, so, and you can use AI to create a skill if you want. You can just tell it the skill that you want. Skills are great for any tasks that you repeat regularly. RV, let me know if you can see that button there, that whole, am I still sharing my screen? Hold on. Yeah. That button there, let me know if you can find that. Okay, girl about time. I have 3 types of customers, each of which divides into 3 types, 9 categories. Should I write pain points for each of those types? What is right? So are you building? So 3 types of customers. I would maybe are the 3 customers completely separate? Like, are they? Are you able to give me a bit more detail? You know, is it just that they might be buying your thing for different reasons, or is it like, you know, parents, children, and teachers? Like, are they completely different? Let me know. I think probably you wouldn't need 9, but maybe 3 different maybe 3 different categories. So let me see. MD file system and skills sounds amazing. Yes, oh, very lovely to see you. Banks, companies, and law firms. Yes. So 3. So what I would do is I'd create 3 different super sheets. So I would use that hpy.tips/ss, and I would do 1 where you answer for banks, and then 2 where you answer for for companies, and 3 where you answer for law firms. If you had 9, the difficulty is, right, when you have 9, if you split it into 9, the key to all of this is building your audience. So when you're speaking to one niche of that audience, the rest isn't. So the more you can kind of pull the niche together and go, what is the commonality between all of them? Like, I totally understand that they're different sizes and they're different types of organizations, but I would think that like banks, law firms, and companies will have, like, you know, having worked for like a bank is, I mean, I guess I'm not sure what you meant by because banks and law firms are companies, right? You just mean like, do you mean public sector or like general companies? Oh, cool. Right. Yeah. Great, Arby. Yeah, if you've got any more questions about that, let me know. And I say I'm happy to let me start talking to you about the marketing bit, but I'm happy to hang on at the end and kind of talk that through with you. So I'm very, very happy to answer anything there. Right, okay. I think right, sorry, let me just answer the questions here. Can I show that again? Yes. Let me show you, Naomi. So this is the sidebar. So you have your AI Supersheet, and we're going to save it as a .md file, right? And Naomi, we can do this on our call if you want to. Like, if you struggle with, I'm not suggesting you will, but if you find this tricky in any way, you and me can do that together on our business bestie call. But effectively what you do is you save it as a .md file as opposed to a .doc file. And then we go into plugins at the side here. We click on skills. And then we click here and we click upload from your computer. And that's where we put the skill, okay? Jacqueline, yes. Hopefully that works for you as well. If you can't find that, or if it's not showing because you're on free ChatGPT, then the alternative is just simply take that MD file, and what we're going to do is we're just going to upload it every time we use ChatGPT. So if you can't save it as a skill, don't worry, it's not the end of this. It's going to save you time in the longer run. But if you're not able to upload it into ChatGPT just now, don't worry, we can still move on to the next bit, right? Okay, you're so welcome. Right, let me just go back to my slides. Now I'm going to introduce you to the daily post vending machine. So we've got our AI brain. The first and the thing that you all voted for those of you that replied to me, the thing that you voted for was marketing, right? How can I just use it to make marketing easier? And this is something that comes up very, very regularly with my clients. So I've made you a wee fun thing that you can use to make marketing a little bit easier. But first I want to explain it. What we're going to do is we're going to use our AI Supersheet. If you've saved it as a skill, it's already in there. If you haven't, we're just going to upload it into this vending machine. In fact, what we'll do is we'll just upload it into this vending machine for simplicity. We're going to choose a post type, and then we're just going to copy and paste that post, right? So there are 5 different types of posts that I suggest that you do. First of all, why should you post on social media at all? I get quite a lot of people saying, I don't really like social media, I don't want to post on it. And I get it. Like, and if you've got a really brilliant way to promote your business that's not that, then just keep doing that. But it's quite if you're up for it, it's quite an easy extra way to get massive visibility. Yeah, lots of funny things have happened to me over the last couple of years where people have gone, "Oh my God, you're Julie Begbie," just because I'm never stopped posting social media and therefore I appear in so many people's feeds, right? But the point is that the more visible we are, the more people get to decide whether they want to support us as small business owners or not. And we won't be for everybody. But while you're anonymous, people aren't able to make that decision. And when you are divisive, we don't want to be beige either, right? We do want to be divisive. So while you're divisive, so I don't attract people that think, there are people that go, oh my God, that happiness stuff, it's all really toxic and that you made up and whatever. Fine, I don't want to work with those people. Like, it's totally fine. I'm not for them and they're not for me. So it's not like, I'm not right and they're not wrong and vice versa or whatever. The point is that as business owners, the thing that we've got over big businesses is nobody's buying from Amazon because they want to support Jeff Bezos, right? No one's going, oh my God, I really want to give Jeff Bezos some money so his kids can go through high school or whatever. But people do want to work with you and support you when they really get to know you. So the more visible you can be as the brand in your business, the kind of personal brand, the more successful you're going to be. And an easy way to be visible is to post consistently on social media, because then people go to your social media accounts and they really get a flavor for who you are. And just to make it really straightforward, I'm going to give you 5 different types of posts. So I'll come back to that. 5 different types of posts. Let me just explain them. In fact, no, I'll show you this first. Let me just go to the demo and I'll show you, because the 5 types of posts are here. So I am where I'm not sharing my screen. I'm just going to show you. Share it now. Oh no, it's not that one. Screen tab. Here we go. So what I want you to do is I want you to type it up here, hpy.tips/VM. So HPY is an abbreviation of happy. Tips, TIPS, what I'm giving you tonight, /VM stands for vending machine. Let me just again copy that link and put it in to YouTube and also into people watching on Facebook. Where's that gone? We are. So you've got the link. Again, remember that when you're taking a link from YouTube or Facebook, they don't like you leaving their platform, and therefore sometimes it won't necessarily jump to it. That's why I've made it really short, so you can just literally type that in. Remember, we're typing into a URL. So we're typing into the URL at the top. We're not typing it into the ChatGPT box. So hpy.tips/VM. When we type that into the URL, this is what appears. There we go. So here is the daily post vending machine. So what we're going to do is we're going to upload our AI Supersheet. Go here. It makes a ping noise when you do it, right? So I've uploaded my AI Supersheet, and then it's going to ask me to select a post type. Why these 5 post types? Let me tell you. Number 1 is a story post. Every week, I suggest you post a story, like something about you. And I don't mean like an Instagram story, Facebook story as in the type of post. I mean a bit about your story. Like, this is what I'm doing. This is why, this is what motivates me. This is why I started this business in the first place. This is somebody that I really, really enjoy helping. Like, or this is how I've stubbed my toe today. Just anything that makes you relatable, that gets people to know more about you. I have had people buying into my memberships because they've worked out that I'm originally from Belfast, from my accent, because when I say now, I still sound really Northern Irish, even though I've lived in Edinburgh for a long, long time. I've had lots of people buying in because they love Scamp and Dude, and we share a love for Scamp and Dude clothing. Like the more you talk, and lots of people that love cruising, people that love Walt Disney World, like the more you talk about the things that you love, the more people go, oh, I want to have a conversation with Julie about that. And I always get messages after masterclasses like this where they go, oh my God, I love cruising as well, or whatever. But you have to tell people, right? You have to tell people what you're all about. And that's the story post, right? I suggest you do, right? So I suggest you do a story post. I suggest you also do a DM question. What do I mean by DM question? I mean, ask your ideal clients or customers a question that they might reply to. The odds are they won't, right? The odds are that post will be tumbleweed. If you look back at my social media, you will see on a Tuesday, I always post a DM question. A lot of weeks, no one even replies, but some weeks, 2 or 3 people reply. And when those 2 or 3 people reply, we're now in a conversation, and sales come from conversations, right? So if I were to post something tomorrow to say, what day is this? This is right. Tomorrow I'll post a DM question. If I were to post a DM question that says, are you just worried that you're getting left behind with AI? You might look at that and you might go, no, or yes, or I don't want to tell her. But you might comment and go, oh my God, yes, this is exactly what's going through my mind. If you comment that, we're now in a conversation. I'm going to reply to you. We're going to have a conversation. I can help you. It's up to you. Our job as business owners, right, is to make sure that people know how we can help. It's not our job to force people to buy from us, but it is our job to go, like Marks and Spencer's. Those of you that have worked with me for a while now, I've got some of my clients on here. I've heard me saying this over and over. Marks and Spencer's is the best example of this. Well, it's one example of this. There's millions of them. Marks and Spencer's goes, here's our Marks and Spencer's shop. And our Marks and Spencer's shop has Marks and Spencer's in the front, and there's Marks and Spencer's on the door. And when you go in the door and you pick up some food, it's got Marks and Spencer's on the packaging. And when you go to, if you get some clothes, it's got Marks and Spencer's on the label. And then when you go to check out and you put it in a bag, it's got Marks and Spencer's on the bag. And then you walk back out of Marks and Spencer's and there's a bus and it's got Marks and Spencer's on the side of the bus. And then you get back home and you open your laptop and the first thing you see is on Facebook is an ad for Marks and Spencer's, because I've just said Marks and Spencer's a million times into your laptop. So you're probably going to see ads for Marks and Spencer's tomorrow. And then you turn on the telly and there's an ad for Marks and Spencer's on the telly. The point is, Marks and Spencer's isn't going, you have to buy from us. Like, I'm desperate. You have to buy from us. They're going, listen, see if you need anything Marks and Spencer does. Remember, we're here. Like, that's it. That's it. That's all they're doing. And that's our job as business owners, to learn from Marks and Spencer's and go, it's our job to be visible. It's other people's job to decide whether they buy from us or not. But I think because our businesses are personal, we can feel too salesy. Like, no one goes, I'm raging at Marks and Spencer's. Not only did they have a shop, they also had an ad on the bus. I'm never buying from them. But sometimes we think people are going to think that by us, right? It's nonsense. And even if they did, they're not going to buy from us anyway. They're not ideal clients. So, DM question. Let's get into conversations. On the third type of post that I love doing, and I do this on a Wednesday, is a wee video. Everybody hates it. No, not everybody. 99% of people hate it. It is the easiest way to build a relationship with your clients, right? And your customers. It's an easiest way for them to get to know you. How could I have got that client that joined because I was from Northern Ireland without her hearing my voice? Like, how can I be stopped in the street by people who know me and I go, oh, because their picture, like, even though we've probably had some really great conversations on Facebook, their picture is maybe of their dog, their profile picture. And I'm like, I have no idea what they look like. Whereas mine is like, full on face. So you kind of know who I am, right? But a video is a great way for people to get to know you. Just a tiny short video, less than a minute, right? Push yourself. Then an offer post. So we need to tell people how to buy from us. And small business owners tend to either never tell people how to buy from them, or they tell them all the time. So they go, here's my candle. This is a different candle. This is a wax melts. This is another candle. Like, no one wants that on social media because they're there to be social. But also, nobody wants to go, oh my goodness, I was looking for a candle and I had no idea you did that. Like, and you're my friend. I would have totally bought it from you because you're my friend. So once a week, I think, is a good kind of, you can do more often than this, but once a week minimum is a good like routine to be telling people how they can buy from you. And then the last type of post, like the 5 in this vending machine, is social proof. If you have any reviews, testimonials, anything that's publicly available or where you have client permission to share, because I am far more persuaded by someone saying to me, oh my goodness, you have to work with my amazing counselor, Kate. I'm working with an amazing counselor called Kate at the moment. I cannot tell you how brilliant she is. And she's like a business bestie of mine. And like, I'm be singing her praises for the rooftops. And that will be hopefully very persuasive to other people because I'm completely endorsing her. It's very different me saying that to Kate saying it, right? Testimonials, any testimonials, social proof, and seek them out and share them regularly. So we're just going to pick one post type for me to demonstrate this. But what I would love you to do, if you're up for getting closer to your Dare to Dream goal, I would love you to do one of each of these 5 types of posts before the group closes on Sunday and the replay comes down. So you can use this vending machine until Sunday. So you've basically got a week. Anybody up for the 5 types of posts? Is anybody, tell me in the comments if you are prepared to do one of each of these 5 types of posts before Sunday, because that will tell me a lot about you if you are. Okay, let me think that what I'm going to do is an offer post, right? So how do we use this vending machine? I'm just going to click on offer post. There are some optional extras here. So it's like buying from a vending machine. Do you want to make it snappy? Do you want to turn up the chart? I'll make it a little bit warmer. Do you want to put in some hashtags? They're not as relevant now, hashtags. Okay. I'm going to click generate. And it's going to say, right, which offer are we highlighting today? I'm going to go the Happy AI Club. Give me the name, price, and what's included in one sentence. Hopefully it'll pick that up from my AI Supersheet. Oh, come on. Why is it not? This is in the way. Hold on, let me try a different one. I'm going to go upload my AI Supersheet. If this isn't working, what I'll do is I'll go away and I will fix it right after this masterclass. Ironically, it was working like an hour ago. Here we go. So I'm going to upload my AI Supersheet and I'm going to click on story post. Let's see. Next. So one personal thing, I'm just going to write dog bite your hand if you wear weighted gloves on a walk. That happened to me last week. What? Generate. Right, I am going to fix that. But you have to do your AI Supersheet first, right? What it's going to do is it's going to create the post for you. It's going to absolutely create a post that is very much trained on what like imagine AI being your employee. It's very much trained on your AI brain, but also what it understands is how to create a really good post. So how to have like a hook sentence at the beginning, how to have a call to action at the end, how to make it engaging. So it's effectively about taking your AI business brain and bringing in a consultant that knows how to do these things well, and all you're doing is throwing in one sentence and it should be able to like create an amazing output for you. And I wonder if I can show you the inner workings of it. Let me see if the inner workings are working. If they aren't, I'll just move on. Let's see. No, I can't. I don't want to make you wait until I find it, but I'm going to get that fixed. I'm going to share the link again under YouTube. And in fact, I'll send it all out to you by email as well. You should all be registered by email so that you get the link. I'll fix it right after this. And it's what it does is it generates you a post. Let me show you. Right. Let me show you how this works in my Happy AI Club. So let's go. Yeah, the sound effects are good, Tanya. It's so much better if it works, honestly, technology and all that. Right, let me share my screen again. Screen. So let me show you a slightly different version of it in my Happy AI Club, which is my membership. And this is even better, I think. So if we go into, so if you were to join the Happy AI Club, just to let you know, it's £47. I've got a very special offer for joining that I'll tell you about in a second. But in here, so in fact, let me just show you what's in here first. So first of all, there's the get set up bit, which I'll show you, but you've basically got a team of AI assistants that I've created for you in here. Got a whole load of AI masterclasses that you can work through. There's all the alternatives to ChatGPT. There's a huge Claude course if you're into Claude and Claude co-work, what you can do there. All bite-sized trainings. Also, what I do is I do like when you get started with AI, you tend to be dead excited about it, right? You're like, oh my God, there's all these possibilities. It's really amazing. And a few weeks in, you can start to slump. You can start to feel like, oh, it's overwhelming. I don't know what to do next. Monthly within the Happy AI Club, what I do is a borrow my energy session where I tell you what I've been doing with AI and I get you excited about it again. I get you going again and I answer all your questions. And all the sessions are stored in here as well. There's lots of non-AI masterclasses. I've had memberships for many years. These are the most powerful masterclasses that have been delivered within my membership's just there for you. So, for example, if you wanted to publish your own book, there's a great masterclass on that. Also, how to start your mailing list if you haven't got one. If you're feeling overwhelmed or there's anything mindset wise, loads of masterclasses on that. And then this workshop will go in here in terms of the replays. And then what I've just introduced is we do hot seats. So once a month we get together and we think about what our wins are, what our one thing is for the next month, and we do a little bit of journaling around that and setting goals for the next month. So it's all about accountability and learning. But the bit I want to show you is what the AI vending machine does, but this in here, it's on steroids. So in here. So we get together once a month in the Happy AI Club and we create all our content for the following month. And this is how we do it. So dates. Okay. Are you ready? So it's the same concept. So the starting point here is create a month's worth of brilliant content. So it goes upload your super sheet. So I'm just going to upload my super sheet again. Oh, this one. Then the second question it's going to ask me is, what are you selling this month? So again, very similar to the AI vending machine, but this is in a larger, an industrial model, right? So I'm just going to put the club. Why is that? Oh, I know. screen. Share screen. Here we go. Sorry, right, it wasn't moving along with me there. So, monthly marketing plan superhero just goes create a month's worth of brilliant content, upload your AI Supersheet, which I've done. What do you want to sell? The Happy AI Club. Are there any launches or seasonal events that you'd like me to include? I'm just going to write no. If you were, so what we'll be doing next Monday in the Happy AI Club is we'll be creating content for September. So if you were like, oh, it's my birthday in September and I want to do like a big birthday extravaganza, you would put it in here. If there's nothing that's relevant, you just put no. Wait till you see what it does. And this is what the vending machine does in a miniature format. And as I say, I'll promise I'll fix it and send it out to you. We'll see what it does. So it takes a minute to think, and then it produces your entire content plan for September with what's posted Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays in my whole posting strategy, because I don't want to leave you to go, oh, I've no idea what to post. I tell you specifically what to post on which day. So it gives you an overview of the content, and then it gives you every single post, video script, DM question, etc., that you can just copy, paste, and humanize. And then all we do in Zoom is we schedule it together. So we create all our content for the next month in an hour. How good is that? How good is that? Okay, let's go back to questions. What questions do you have? Beth, visibility, you struggle with the love of being anonymous. Beth, you know, I actually completely get it. And I've been in business for, 20 years. I've been an entrepreneur for 20 years. I've been business coaching for 10 years. And most people do. And do you know, and it's completely normal, Beth, because the reason why you feel like that is because you make yourself vulnerable. The more visible you are, the more vulnerable you are. I had a Facebook ad for this particular training that's been running for a while. And the other night, somebody somebody commented below it, I would join the training, but I can't stop looking at her teeth. And I was like, what does that even mean? Like, are my teeth really bad? Like, I don't, anyway, the point is that people do make random comments on things. And the more visible you are, the more likely that is to happen. But that's why we go back to the Dare to Dream goal right at the beginning, Beth. I don't know if you're here right at the very beginning, but I'm an absolute advocate. Hold on, let me just remove this so you can see me. I'm an advocate of like creating a Dare to Dream goal that's so exciting to you that we're prepared to be resilient and we're prepared to get over the stuff that could stop us. Because the easiest thing to do, so our brains have this kind of limbic bit at the back that's there to keep us safe. How do you keep yourself safe? Well, you don't put yourself out you don't go out the cave. And if you do, you go out in the pack and you keep in the middle of the pack. And that is there to keep us safe because we had to do that in the past, right? We had to do that. Otherwise, we would have just died. If you were just like, I'm just going to walk out of the cave and all the animals are going to be out there and I'll be fine, you probably wouldn't have been. But we've still got that safety mechanism in our brain and it stops people from having those dare to dream lives. So it's dead important to go, right, I do prefer to be anonymous and I understand why that is. But I've got a Dare to Dream goal now that's big enough to make me go, right. And if the Dare to Dream goal isn't for you, like if the Dare to Dream goal is for somebody else, even better. You know, sometimes that motivates you even more. So if you're like, so for example, my son used to, I can just see when he's walking about in the corridor there, he's needed a bit of extra money off us over the summer. It's a bit of a long story. He was ill last year. Anyway, there's no way that I'm going to go, oh, I'm not going to bother being visible or doing the work and I'm not going to give you the money that you need. Like sometimes it's about looking for that motivation outside yourself, because sometimes we don't like always feel worthy in ourselves, if that makes sense. Susan, M&S visibility analogy is great. I do love it. I obviously any other organization can be substituted in, but I just think it's a really great way of getting your head around the fact that in your head you're going, oh, am I being too salesy? I did a sales post last week. I don't want to annoy people. Like you might annoy somebody. Like very regularly I'll go out to things where, you know, I've obviously got friends on Facebook who aren't my like ideal clients, and I'll go out to things and people will go, oh, working with you £1,000 a day, that's a good gig. Like, and I think, well, yeah, you're not my ideal client though. Like that's if you wouldn't pay that to work with me, that's fine, but you're not my ideal client. And they're not even saying that, but so it does make it like, yeah, it does kind of open you up to conversations and vulnerability, but we have to do that. We just have to do that. Like there's nobody, if you think of all the people in the world that have made the money that they can, imagine just having enough money that you could not worry about stuff, that you could, and you could go, oh, are you struggling? I'll just pay off your mortgage. Like, oh, that charity's struggling, I'll just give it £1,000,000. Like, how amazing would that be? And how amazing would it be if we controlled the money in the world as opposed to the people that currently do? You know? You'll do a video post, Naomi. Come on. That's brilliant. That's absolutely brilliant. Okay, let me just check over on YouTube, make sure that there's no comments that I've missed. Right, so I want to remind you, I don't think there's any other comments. You can keep them coming though. Oh, sorry. No, there are some more. Hold on, I'll come back to that. But let me just remind you while I'm answering these questions. Let me just remind you about the competition tonight. So if I go stop screen, share screen. Sorry, I'm just jumping between two screens because one of them wasn't loading, as you saw. So I just want to remind you about this post here. So Facebook, if you weren't here right at the beginning, facebook.com/Julie Begbie, facebook.com/Julie Begbie. Go to my personal profile. I've created a post here that says, if you're joining me for tonight's masterclass, I'd love to hear your light bulb moments in the comments. What I'd love you to do is just drop anything that you have learned tonight underneath that picture. There we go. So there are 8. I can see that there are 8 comments there already. Before I finish this, which will be in about 10 minutes, I would imagine, I will do a draw and I will pick out one of you to win a prize. But let me make sure that I've answered all of the questions first. Okay, Maria, yes, you're going to do the 5 things. I absolutely love that. What do you call these happy things? Are they agents? So great question, girl about town. They are custom GPTs. So the HPY things that I'm sharing with you are custom GPTs, which are created within ChatGPT. So they're like a mini agent. It's just a really easy way of sharing, of basically doing the work for you and sharing it and going, just answer those questions and I'll create it, and it'll create it for you. Instead of, I could give you all the prompts behind that. So I could give you everything to type in, but it just becomes a bit more complicated. My goal is to make it feel as easy as possible. So yes, they're called custom GPTs. You've asked ChatGPT to export to an MD skills file, which it did. I downloaded it and now trying to upload it using upload a skill, but nothing happens. Nothing happens in ChatGPT, RV. Is that right? Is that what you're saying? Random question. Which software do you use to host your membership? I use a thing called Smart Creator Press. It's a WordPress plugin. That's helpful. Oh, thank you, Maria. Yeah. Let's see. People are funny. Another random question. I have a crown and one to beside my name in chat. What does that mean? You have a crown beside your name in chat. Oh, 12x5 XP. Oh, so in ChatGPT, you mean? Do you mean in ChatGPT? Or do you mean in Facebook? Or do you mean in YouTube? What do you mean? Where is that? So what that will be is that will be the amount that you've interacted with wherever you see that. So it'll be like the points that it's given you for interacting. So the algorithms and these platforms all reward people that are more interactive. So wherever you are, it looks like you're getting rewarded. Is it possible to get the vending machine or the posting thing in the AI Club to make it more applicable to businesses in LinkedIn? Is it possible to get the AI vending machine or the posting thing in the AI Club to make it more applicable to businesses in LinkedIn? So the vending machine is in the AI, the Happy AI Club, Maria, to make it more applicable to businesses in LinkedIn. So if you mean specifically for posting on LinkedIn, if you're creating stuff for posting on LinkedIn, yeah. So probably for yours, if it was the accountancy side of things, is that the focus? Yes, absolutely. Then what we would do is we would create the content, we would schedule it in LinkedIn. And because your AI Supersheet would be really clear on your ideal customer, it would create the perfect post for LinkedIn as well, Maria. Yes. I heard a girl saying years ago, visibility, which has her stuck. People are not as interested in you as they think they are. Do you know, that's such a good quote. That's such a good quote. And you're right. Like, people don't really care, do they? Like, and even when they do, even when something kicks off or whatever, like something pretty rotten has happened to one of my clients in the last week. But I know that in a couple of weeks' time it'll be forgotten again, you know, which is sad, but it also helps put it into perspective, right? Not on YouTube. I wonder if points mean prizes. So where do you see the points? Tell me where you see it. So it's not on YouTube. Is it on Facebook or is it in ChatGPT? Where do you mean? Andrea, I used Claude and set up an agent to read my emails, summarize and list actions. It was a great summary of everything that came in today. Went through and all that. Yes, absolutely perfect. That is one of the first things, Andrea, that I would set up when you're scheduling, when you're looking at scheduled tasks. Yeah. Anything that's just monotonous. And in fact, I'm probably going to be covering. I've already covered that within my Happy AI Club, but I'm probably going to be covering a version of that in my next free training as well. But yeah, I'm glad that it's working for you, Andrea. Okay. Any other questions? Any other questions? But you explain. Right. Okay. Yes. Cool. Cool. Right. So I have showed you my Happy AA Club, right? If you like my style and you're like, I would quite like to explore further how to use AI within my business, I highly recommend you join my Happy AI Club. It's £47 per month. You cancel anytime, so there's no tie-in. You can just come in and try it. And if it's not for you, you can leave again. No questions asked. If you decided to join, or in fact, let me go back and I'll show you what the options are. Okay. Or the alternative is my business bestie. So my business bestie program is £97 per month, cancel anytime, but it includes the Happy AI Club. So it's £50 more. It's not as well as. And what that adds on is a quarterly one-to-one with me. What that actually means is that when you set a goal, you actually achieve it, because I become your boss. I hold you accountable, but very gently. But you also then, as well as quarterly one-to-ones, you also get in my phone and you have access to voice note me or message me at any time. So for my business besties, I know to take on a very small amount of them. I only have, I think I have two slots. They are the ones that just accelerate. They accelerate their success and their progress towards their data dream goal. But the £47 a month option in the Happy AI Club is a really good one as well. And if you're dead self-motivated, then that's all you need, really. But if you wanted to join my either of those things, Business Bestie or Happy AI Club, tonight before I finish this call, before I finish this Zoom, I will throw in a free one-to-one with me where we will work out your Dare to Dream goal and your path to get there. Because that is the secret to life, right? If you know where your sat nav is set and you know what you have to do every day, all you have to do is do it. That's it, right? So if you want to join before the end of this call, then I will throw in a one-to-one. Let me just put up. There we go. There's the banner. You can find how to join at juliebegbie.com. Yeah, so special live bonus. I will give you a one-to-one with me. If you're watching this on replay, this option is not available anymore. However, if you join before 8 p.m. on Wednesday night, Wednesday night, yeah, I will give you a voice note, a way to voice note me. So not quite as good as what you'll get if you're joining live, but if you're watching the replay, there is still another option. Okay. Why not you? Remember what we talked about right at the beginning. You can have any life, any business. Like, you just have to create it, and you just have to know how. And you just have to know where to set the sat nav for and how to get there. And if you consistently take daily action to get towards that goal, most people don't even have a goal. Most people haven't really thought, life just happens to them. I'm such a huge fan of pushing you to have this big dare to dream goal that even if you don't get to it, but we get close to it, you're still going to have your dream life, right? You can have me in your pocket by joining the Happy AI Club or Business Bestie as well. Okay, so the bonus for staying right to the end is most people, when they introduce themselves, make a bit of a pig's ear of it. So as a business owner, you've got 10 seconds to make an impression. And if someone says to you at the till in Tesco, what do you do? And you say, I make candles, there's nowhere to go with that. But if you say, I help midlife women who are just have this feeling that this can't be it, to have a luxurious experience and provide the perfect gifts, whatever, all of a sudden we are getting into a lean in conversation where the other person's going to go, tell me more about that. But it's very, very easy for me to say that and not as easy for you to come up with it, which I have discovered because I've been coaching people to do this for years. So I have created here a little last HPY tips, a little last custom GPT. So I'm just going to pop it in here. So hpy.tips/EP. EP stands for elevator pitch. That is going to help you to create your elevator pitch, be interesting, and make your business a mission as opposed to just a thing that you do. So let me just pop that in the comments over on Facebook as well. And then the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to draw the winners from the competition. So move. I'm going to add this to stage. Okay. So I'm just going to refresh my screen, and then whoever has put a comment in here is going to go into the draw. So let's go. We've got 14 comments. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just put all comments, and I'm going to copy and paste all 14 comments here. And I'm going to go into another little GPT that I've created called Spinny McWinnie. And Spinny McWinnie picks a random winner for me. So I'm just going to click pick a winner. Spinny McWinnie also lives in the Happy AI Club. So he's a wee bit slow tonight. Everything's just a bit slow and clunky. But he's effectively going to say to me, right, okay, how many winners are we going to pick? Come on, Spinny, you've got to work. Let's see. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put I'm not having any joy with sharing that screen. I'm going to put them in this screen that I'm going to share. The other one that I've been working on tonight. Here we go. I'm going to share my screen in a minute so you can see that this is all straight up. There we go. Oh, stop screen. Share screen. Here we go. Pick a winner. Come on, Spinny, you can do it. So let me just go back and get that Go people that entered and come back up. I'm just going to paste in their names. And where AI is so brilliant here is what it's going to do is it's going to take that kind of jumbled pasting, because I just didn't even I didn't do anything to tidy that up at all. I've just put all of that straight into ChatGPT. And even though it's been ridiculously slow, it's going to tidy up that list and it's going to say to me, okay, here are the people that are in the draw. Come on, Spinny. Hold on. If I just go, let me just see if I just do it. Pick one winner from this list. Let me see if it plays better just on a fresh chat. It's thinking, it's thinking, it's thinking, it's selecting a unique winner. Louise Green, woo! There you go, Louise. You've been picked randomly from the unique names. I absolutely love it. Louise, send me a message with your postal address and I am going to send you something in the post. I'm going to send you your price in the post. Okay, let's just go back and make sure that I've seen all of the comments. We are done. If anybody's got any questions, you're totally welcome to hang on and ask me them. If you have got what you need, you are totally welcome to leave as well. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. I really appreciate it. The replay will be up until Sunday and I will fix the vending machine right after that. Let's see. Sorry, right after this. I help people see in the dark. I love it. I help people illuminate their lives. I love it. I absolutely love it. Yeah, absolutely love it. You're so welcome, Beth. Thank you so much. Right, okay. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. If you've got any questions at all, the Facebook group is open until Sunday. You have my permission also to message me through until Sunday. If you get stuck putting into action anything that I've talked about tonight, here's the thing. You have watched this to this point. You can either watch it, go away, watch the telly, do nothing with this and just go, oh, that's some information that I've got stored in my head. Or you can actually action, create your AI brain, and you can use the vending machine and create a social media post that brings you one step closer to your Dare to Dream goal. The choice is yours, but spending the time watching something is not the same as implementing. So your job here is to go out and implement something that you've learned today. Thank you so much for joining me and have a brilliant rest of your evening. Take care, everybody.